Businesses, economies and markets around the world are driven by one force, movement, from one point to another point and connecting multiple touch points. Keeping pace with the dynamics of the supply and demand of commodities, essential goods and vital industrial requirements. And when this movement is managed professionally, intelligently and skillfully, it transforms itself into a vibrant energy called momentum. One such company in India has today touched an enviable milestone of 100 years of operations and growth by consistently harnessing movement and converting it into a winning global momentum. Chinubai Kalidas and Brothers, the CKB Group, one of India's most trusted and highly regarded multi-surface global logistics business house, comprising of the flagship company and a clutch of individual companies with business interests in the logistics sector. The CKB journey began 100 years ago. The year was 1970. It was the period of World War I. Gandhiji also established the Sabarmati Ashram in Ahmedabad around this time. In this pre-independence era, Indian businessmen dealt predominantly in textiles and other commodities. During the same time, two brothers, late Chinubai Kalidas Sheth and late Surendrabai Kalidas Sheth, decided to turn entrepreneurs by breaking away from their traditional family business of textile trading. They started a customs clearance business which was then known as Mukaddams. On the 6th of February 1917 in Bombay, thus was born Chinubai Kalidas and Brothers, CKB, an endeavour that has the enviable distinction of perhaps being amongst the pioneers of the logistics businesses, as they are now called, of its time. Time passed swiftly. In 1947, India gained her independence. CKB continued to grow steadily. The baton passed over to the second generation of entrepreneurs. Late Arvindbhai Surendrabai Sheth, late Ashwinbhai Surendrabai Sheth, and the still actively involved Atulbhai Surendrabai Sheth.
Our relationship with Mrs. Chinubai Kalidas and Brothers is over 6 decades old, and now they are part of the family. On both the sides, 4 generations have worked together. They are truly the first Indian multinational logistics company with highest standards of professionalism, transparency, straightforwardness, efficiency, and proactive approach. They have completed a long journey of 100 years, which in itself is a celebration.
Chinubai Kalidas and Brothers. It's a group with which I have been associated for over 33 years. I have learnt a lot from Chinubai Kalidas, particularly from Arvindbhai Sheth. The team at Chinubai Kalidas have always been very professional and very up to date in their information, in their procedures, and that is one reason why you can leave all your work to them and go carefree.
With an impeccable lineage and strong credentials, CKB is managed by the third generation of the Sheth family. At the helm, CKB has a team of directors, Mr. Anand Sheth, Mr. Darshan Sheth, Mr. Ashish Sheth and Mr. Apurva Sheth. Mr. Satyen Desai as the COO. Professionals motivated by results. People driven by relationships. The CKB team comprises of over 325 professionals and is growing. Their intensive knowledge of local business conditions, logistics practices, and custom and government regulations ensures that every customer's business is responsibly managed right from query to delivery.
We have been only using CKB for all our logistics needs or imports or exports or warehousing. Except CKB, there is nobody which we choose. In one of the instances where CKB has been very prompt, we had a LC based shipment with the last deadline approaching. I requested Anand Bhai that we have to honor this shipment, and he put all his possible resources into making this container happen, possibly to ship on that vessel in 2 days.
We are dealing with CKB for more than last 20 years. Our relationship is more of a family relationship than business relationship. During any type of dealing, we always found that all the members of the team are very transparent and very much helpful. I wish the best to such a wonderful organization.
CKB service portfolio is a collection of expertise guaranteed to deliver results. Freight forwarding, customs clearance, sea freight, air freight, trucking and transportation, multimodal transportation, 3PL and 4PL logistics, freight consolidation, warehousing and distribution, project and ODC cargo, vessel charter, liquid logistics, break bulk logistics, agency representation, advisory and consultancy services. CKB has a portfolio of global logistics that delivers.
Initially it was a vendor-customer relationship, but after such a long time, the relationship has developed into more of a partnership. For any problem in exports or imports, we find CKB to be our partners. We fight, we discuss, but we find a solution to our problems. With CKB, we really feel that we are safe in their hands.
With its head office in Mumbai, CKB has set up fully functional, highly responsive and well-staffed offices at important port cities and business hubs. CKB has its own offices at Chicago, USA, Port Louis, Mauritius, and also at Mombasa in Kenya. It has also built up a strong relationship network of partners and agents at 785 cities in 189 countries across the world. CKB serves over 1,500 active customers who comprise of the who's who of Indian businesses and also Fortune 500 companies belonging to diverse industries. For CKB, customer satisfaction is above everything. It is obvious that the logistics industry, as well as some of the finest institutions in India, have time and again conferred prestigious recognitions upon it. It is 100 years of truly living up to the constant striving to fulfill the assurance of what has become the rock-solid CKB motto: you are safe in our hands.
The first thing that I do remember about our association with them is there is a perfect match in the values of both the companies. In Piramal, we have trusteeship as one of the strong values. We have humility as another strong value, and this is something which we always often see in the officers also of CKB. The next thing that I think is that the way we were successful in collaborating together and getting the ICD Ankleshwar up and running. They also went out and, together with our team, I think we've done 8 rakes which were, moved from the ICD and moved into JNPT. One thing that, strikes me is, the friendliness of the team and the way they work towards any goal. I think firstly, they make it a joint goal. Transparency, I think that's one thing that absolutely comes up as their strong point, and this I think helps in a very, very big way.
We, Chinubai Kalidas and Brothers, the CKB Group, along with the entire Sheth family, would like to express our deepest gratitude to everyone connected with the CKB family for the past 100 years. We would also like to thank the entire CKB team who has worked tirelessly to take this organization to where it stands today. We are truly proud of you and your efforts. We bow our heads in respect and remember our founders and leaders who continue to be our guiding light. Our journey continues.